he's crazy. I
You
think
would.
I
You
think he's
would.
just I mean, he's got some cool ideas, don't get me wrong, but I still think he's crazy.
Well, now
What's
that we're
going on,
live, why do
everybody?
you have to talk about Russo like that? Gosh, dang, man.
Yeah, right. All right, let me see what we got going on here. There we go. All right. So, we're live. I haven't been on all day. I've been hanging out with my kids. I had all my kids here all weekend. So they wanted to spend some quality time. We had birthdays, and now we're talking about the whole getting married thing. So tomorrow we're going up to the courthouse. I'm pretty sure we're going tomorrow. So, yeah, and we're gonna get married, and then we're gonna do the little, you know,
Good.
on the
Good.
beach. Kim Whitaker, let me tell you, thank you. Number one, I got the flowers. She sent me some flowers, and I think you sent cups that says Mr. and Mrs. on it, and I'm assuming it's because I'm getting married.
Cups. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you
So
said cuffs, and I'm like, what?
yeah, I took a break today, everybody. I'm sorry. I've been gone all day today hanging with my babies and my sons. My sons were over here and they have, the Xbox. So they were like, Dad, play Call of Duty with us. And I'm like, I ain't played games in years. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to go ahead and get on. And yeah, they are way better than me. I suck.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought you were going a whole different direction other than cups. But glad you enjoyed your time, man. Glad
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah,
I got to
man.
enjoy time kinda because we ended up going out with my youngest out to dinner that was sick earlier, and turns out he is not ready to be traveling in a vehicle. So we canceled our RV trip this week.
Well, that's what's up. Good dad. Good mom. It's a
Yeah.
good day. I ain't gonna lie, man. I enjoy spending time with my kids, bro. I really do. I love hanging out with them. They're freaking awesome. Real talk. But yeah, welcome everybody. We are sidetracked like crazy. Welcome to another episode of America's Conspiracy Compass, where we talk about everything. Everything that's crazy. We talk about it. We were just talking before you guys came live with us. We was talking about Terrence Howard. Now I know a lot of you are like, oh my God, he's a genius. I don't think so. I
Oh
think he's got
man.
a real cool thought process, and it's great. Well, I'm not gonna say he's not a genius. I'm just gonna say that some of his ideas are really, really cool and they sound nice, but when you do the math, it just doesn't add up. Now, I will agree with the periodic table. I will agree with that one, but I disagree heavily on the planets come from the sun. Don't agree.
Have you seen his stance on math and why math and our economics don't make sense?
Partially. I've seen
It,
that 1 + 1 or 1 × 1
1
can't
times
equal
1 does
1.
not equal 1.
It
And
does though.
no, how? Because when you do it with a dollar
Because it's
bill, it does not.
multiplication.
No, it's not. Because if you do 1 times 1, what do you have? Not 1, you have 2. So if you have $1 bill times $1 bill, that equals $2 bills. But in math, you're taught 1 times 1.
Yeah, it's one time. Think of it like that. What is
Okay.
one time?
Dude,
1. What is
uh,
2 one time?
when
2. What
he
is
starts
2 times? 4. 2, 4.
see,
See, he's just playing on words, bro, and people are just falling for it because it sounds cool. But 1 times 1 is 1 because it's one time. What is multiplication telling you? It's telling you
well,
to add the numbers as you see them. So we'll
sure.
use 9 times 9. What is 9 times?
I
And
got
then
an
it's
idea.
9, 18, so on and so forth. It's an
Let's
81.
let's play this video. Let's play this video. We're going to get into this cuz
All right,
I
let's
want
do
to
it.
take the other things that he said in this video and I'm like, what the freak? This
My
guy,
man is smoking too much bud, bro, or
I
doing
don't
too
know
much
if that's
acid or
bud to make you
something.
think this way. I don't know if that is bud no.
It just sounds good. That's all, because it's not
Uh,
it's not been heard
uh,
by your ears, so it sounds cool.
shit. Did I hit the share audio? No, it's already there. Okay.
Maven,
Doing it
what's
again.
going on? Rhonda Stremmel in the chat. Proud Nana. Matt, what's up, my bro?
There we go.
All right, just so everybody knows, before we play this, tomorrow I am taking 3 hours out of my day, and we're gonna listen into Joe Rogan, and we're gonna listen in. Matter of fact, it might be 4 hours, because after we listen to it, I'm gonna give the counter of another brother saying that this dude is not a genius, and I want you to hear why. And it's only gonna be on Pilled. All right, I'm only gonna do this on Pilled. It's gonna be a live discussion. You guys could call in if you want to. We could talk about it. It's gonna be fun. But go ahead, Casey. What you got?
Oh, this is not the right one. Hang on. I just realized this one's supposed to be for Sunday Fun Day that we didn't do. Hang on.
Pilled.net, everybody. If you haven't created an account there, please go and create an account over there. It is awesome over here on Pilled, and it's freedom of speech. Can't get no better than that. That right there should lock everybody in. Everybody that's watching right now should be locked in, because Pilled.net is freedom of speech.
Where the freak did this thing go?
I don't know. Do not know.
This is driving me nuts.
Yo, everybody, I'm about to be a married man. Just want to throw that out there. I'm about to be a married man. I'm doing it. I'm tying that old knot, and I'm putting one of Saturn's rings on my finger. You do understand that that's where we wear rings for, right? That's the whole concept behind it. It comes from Saturn. Another thing with Saturn worship that has been introduced into society.
There we go. Finally. I hate you, Facebook. I hate you, Facebook. And we got it working.
Thank you, Roses. Can't get the video up or what?
No, I had multiple tabs of the same thing, so I wanted to make sure I'm sharing the right tab, the one over here on this my list.
Gotcha. Thank you, everybody, for the congratulations.
What'd you say? 1? It
No
equals
audio?
1. Now, what would Newton say is that? Action times an action. That's a reaction, right? Anybody in here that thinks 1 times 1 equals 1, then you give me 2 pounds and I'll give you a pound back. And we'll call that even, right?
No, bro. See, he's putting a spin on it.
An unbalanced equation. What we need to do is, the first thing in math is you're supposed to have a balanced equation.
Balanced
1 times 1
equations.
equaling 1 is an unbalanced equation. But the identity element, which is like the Jim Crow laws of the 60s, they say that anything multiplied by 1 becomes that same number as itself. Yeah. Well, the laws of physics has to break down in order for that to take place. Action and reaction.
No.
Or 1 times 1
Why not?
equal.
Explain the laws of physics on that one.
Bro, it's math. This is not physics. If he wants to say that you're using it for astrophysics or something, then maybe yes. But in simple math, no, you're going to confuse a child. One time is 1.
His philosophy, his theory, and I gotta say theory because that's the typical term for this. His theory is taking, and he says this in the Joe Rogan episode. His theory is everything should have an equal and opposite reaction, right? So it's got to be equal, which is also known because when you look at Newton's law, he is saying the same thing. When you have this, then that would mean everything's the same. Nothing evolves. Nothing changes. And so when it comes to what he was explaining even in the Joe Rogan episode, he starts giving you other examples that follow this similar theory. And that's why I wanted to pull this video up. It's because I didn't want to conflate the two.
Right.
And
but bro,
I get what you're saying, that it's a play on words that people are catching on to.
Yeah. It is a big play on words. And he's trying to throw things in there that have nothing to do with nothing. The laws of physics ain't got nothing to do with multiplication, bro.
Does it?
It doesn't. We use what is counting? Counting is a human, right? Identifying things by a number that we created. It's just a way for us to categorize things.
Sure.
Okay, that's it. So we created simple equations to simplify that even more for us to remember. Instead of counting out 9 times 9, right, all the way up to 81, counting 9 different 9s, we say, remember this chart right here, and this will tell you. So if you have 9 bushels of grapes and all of them got 9 grapes on it, that's 81 grapes that you have. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way to simplify. That's it. It has nothing to do with the laws of physics. Now, if they want to use, this is why we have different types of math. This is why you have calculus, trigonometry, all the different algebra. all these different types of maths to do different things. But multiplication, he's thinking way too deep into the simplest kind of math.
It's starting with multiplication. He goes into that when he's talking to Joe Rogan, and this is why I'm wanted to bring up this video, is because when he started going into a lot more solid in geometry and algebra, and he starts going through math equations there and being able to give you scenarios, which makes sense. I love math. I am very good with math.
I love math.
However,
I'm telling you, this dude is he's quacked out right now.
But are you told and taught this is the way you should be doing math?
For
that is what he's questioning.
Yes, for multiplication, yes, there are rules to multiplication. There are rules to division. There are rules to algebra.
Why are there those rules? Is what he's trying to get you to think.
For different types of things. These maths are different tools for different types of work. That's the best way I could put it.
Guys, we got 4 minutes until we cut this off and we go exclusive on Pilled. Just so you know, jump over to pilled.net, set up your account. We got quite a few of you still not over on Pilled. We got 16 of you on Pilled right now. So jump over.
Yeah.
Let's
so we're gonna get deep on here, guys. Just so you know, we're gonna talk about this. We're probably gonna talk about religion a bit more because we had a really, really cool discussion about religion the other day. And I want to dig a little deeper into that and see what people think. Talk about the Bible, talk about the Catholic Church creating Islam, all of it. We're gonna get into some stuff, and we're gonna ask the questions of math. With math, why is there so many different numbers in the Bible that have different meanings but the same? It's a lot, you know.
Cash, how many times are 3s, 6s, and 9s in the Bible?
Well, 666 is in the Bible 3 times, I believe.
Right. We went over that last time. Yep.
Yeah.
What about 3s and 9s? Do you know why I'm asking about that?
No.
That is going into Terrence Howard's theory on these numbers and this math. Because Nikola Tesla said anybody that, what did he say? Something along the lines of, if you want to understand what is going on around
3,
you,
6, and 9s. Yeah, Nikola
recognize
Tesla
the 3, 6s, and the 9s.
Yeah.
And so that's where some of his theories are coming from. Now, Nikola Tesla, in my opinion, is the smartest man to walk this planet. I don't think anybody has a brain like his.
No, I disagree. I love Nikola Tesla. He's actually one of my heroes. Like, I love that dude. I study him. I got books about him, all of that, right? Love his brain, but some of the things, again, he was nuts on some things. But there's a fine line between
nuts
genius
to have
and
a
crazy.
brain like that.
Right, but like, have you ever read The Problem with Human Energy by Nikola Tesla?
I don't think I have that book.
It's
I don't
brilliant and insane at the same time.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and finish the book. I'll reread it because I started it a while ago, but I don't think I've finished it. Nikola Tesla, in my opinion, and just look at the stuff that he created, his inventions, why he was killed by the U.S. government.
Allegedly.
No one knows on any of these social media platforms anything about Nikola Tesla.
I'm just saying that for our channel's sake. We're not only on Pilled.
There's no way those other platforms are censoring for Nikola Tesla. No way.
I'm just saying, you never know.
Let's finish this. You guys we'll give you guys 2 extra minutes. So you guys got 3 minutes until we switch over.
Pilled.net. PILLED.
I said, what's a dollar times a dollar? Anybody know what's a dollar? What's a dime times a dime, or 10 pence? 10 pence times 10 pence? That's a pound, right? What about 100 pence times 100 pence? That's pound times a pound, right? That's $100, ain't it? What about a quarter? What about 4 quarters times 4?
What?
Hold on, keep going. 4
quarters. That's $1, right? That's a pound, right? Well, that's $4. Now, all of these things are legal. The banks can say $1.
Okay, so you see what he's doing? Instead of just throwing the number, he's putting something that has a monetary value on it, bro. That's it.
That's why I posed it to you. I am separating math versus what we were taught economically and around our financial institutions.
Okay, so 4 quarters times 4 quarters is $4.
4 quarters times 4 quarters. 4 times 4 is technically 16. And
Right.
so if you're going to do 16 quarters, what is that?
$8? No, $4.
$4.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I get it, but I'm making sure people understand, because people struggled when I've talked with people around quarters, and then you start doing that, they start messing up the math. But when you start getting into 16 quarters, what does that come out to? It is
Right,
$4.
because now you're adding
That-
something. You're adding another value on something,
Correct.
because we know that 4 quarters equals $1.
Correct.
So that's what I'm saying. If he would have just said 4 quarters times 4 quarters, right? And instead of saying the dollar amount, he could have said it equals 16 quarters. And then you would ask the math equation, well, how much money is 16 quarters in dollars?
That is correct.
See, he's playing with people's head, bro. That's it.
Dollar times a dollar is a dollar, and give you that. Or the banks can say to a friend, a dollar times a dollar is a quarter times a quarter. It's 4 quarters times 4 quarters, and give that person $4. They can say to another person, a dollar times a dollar is 100 pence times 100 pence. That person gets $100. So that money is generated. And this is all legal. Do you think it's
Where he's going with this, and this is the part that I was hoping you would catch on, Cash. This is how our banking system works today.
How you figure?
How do you figure? If they loan out $1, they can then go back to the Federal Reserve and borrow $2.
Okay.
But when they still will only give us $1.
Right.
So when it comes down to this is how the financial institutions in the United States of America get their money from the Federal Reserve. And then
Right.
if you keep printing it, it keeps getting worse.
I get
This
it.
is kind of what he's explaining here. But the part that people are getting so drilled into is, how do I prove this guy wrong? But if you actually looked at it,
No.
Yes.
That's not it. They're saying, bro, why are you overcomplicating things? Why don't you just
No.
come out and say the Federal Reserve is just getting us, instead of saying that multiplication is wrong?
saying the Federal Reserve isn't getting us, we've been saying it for 100 years since it was established. Where has that got us?
Right, but how many people do you think is going to equate what he just said to the Federal Reserves? Instead,
Well,
they're going to go up to the teacher. You're going to have people go
this
to the
is
damn elementary school and start screaming at the teacher, "You're teaching my kid wrong math."
This is where we're playing off of a clip. We don't have all of the details, but this is a clip. But what he is describing is exactly the financial situation we have around the world and how it all works. That's where it's so mind-blowing for me. Is I wish I would have known this a few years ago. I would have been talking the same way, because it's different and it will get people to think. Because right now, what everybody is borrowing on a credit card is only opening it up so they can go back and borrow more money.
My man said that planets come from the sun, bro.
Yes, he did. He said they come from sunspots.
Come on, bro.
Cash, you have as much evidence in that scenario as I have in saying the Earth is round.
Right, I get it. I understand. But he's saying that that's what it is, instead of saying this could be it. This is my idea, or this is my hypothesis, because there's no evidence to back it up to call it a theory.
We don't know if he did or did not say it, but I get what you're saying.
Listen, if he would have done any kind of homework at all,
Knew it.
he would know that was just exactly.
He
How do we know that
calls
he's
this
not
out
getting
in the
paid?
Joe Rogan in the podcast.
How do we know that he's not
everybody
getting paid by the
discredits me.
Illuminati to come out here and say all these crazy things to mislead people?
Hey, but hey, if Nicki Minaj comes out and bashes the government, she is the queen. Like, who cares? Who cares if he's an actor? Just because he went into that industry.
Bruh. It matters that he's an actor, because he's always been told to read a script. That's why. He's made a career off of reading a script, remembering lines. How do you know he's not just remembering what they're telling him to say to confuse people?
How many patents does this individual have?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, because you can't just get patents.
You can patent anything that you come up with, bro. Anything.
He patented
Literally.
AR and VR before any billion-dollar organization did it.
Okay. Means nothing. It does
How
not
does that
make
mean
him a
nothing?
valid. It does not make him a valid astrophysicist. Just saying. Maybe he did create VR. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm not gonna take it away from him. I'm not saying that the brother isn't intellectual. All I'm saying is that a lot of what he said is easily disproven. I will give him the whole periodic table thing.
Yes.
But as my friend Shane Jenkins, who was locked up, he's a January 6er, as he used to say, the sun shines on the back of a flea-ridden dog's ass every once in a while.
Sure. Yeah, that happens. Okay, guys, we got to kill all of these streams. We're way over.
Yo, everybody, if you could do us a favor, please, and go over to pilled.net. All right, PILLED.net. Create an account and finish the show with us. All right, I would appreciate it if you guys did. I would love to see you there. Yo,
I'm talking on a mute. So that here's the thing when it comes to him, like he called it out. He's like, I get discredited all the time because I'm an actor, and then I laugh because this is like, oh, he's an actor. Like, oh, he's an actor. Like,
yeah, well,
everybody jumps to that.
Think about it.
Why?
I'm sure that the
Why
devil be
can't
like,
people-
I'm sure that the devil be like, I get a bad rap all the time, guys, just because of one little thing that I did wrong and making them bite that damn apple. Doesn't mean I'm just a bad guy. No, you're the bad guy.
Dude, we see this all the time and we talk about being against it. Why do we always